Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacqs Scraps. Thank you for joining me today for part 2 of my 2019 hybrid journal. At least that's what I'm calling it. If you were able to make it through all of part 1, I appreciate you listening to it. It provided a journey through my journals as well as some helpful hints for journaling along the way. And in part 2 is the tutorial and a first look at how the journal came out. I was going to add a update to how I'm actually using the journal, but I think I'll do that in a part 3 because this is already quite lengthy. So without further ado, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. It made me start thinking about what I was going to do for 2019. And as I was thinking about it, I remembered this pair of jeans. And I love, these were like my all-time favorite. If you ever have a favorite pair of jeans, these were it. Of course, they're Levi's. And I don't know what happened there, but I was getting this occurring on the back side, and so I really couldn't wear those around anymore, so I had to give them up. So what I wanted to do was still continue cherishing these great Levi jeans because they are fabulous, otherwise. So I cut into them and decided to make a journal out of them. And what I'm going to kind of walk through is the process for that, and then I'll show you the end results. I hope you will continue to stay with me and, to learn about the process. So what I first did was, at first I was just going to cut it like this with the pocket on it and everything, but then I found out that it was this was going to kind of get in the way. So what I ended up doing was cutting on this side the pocket off of the jean itself. And then I went down further and cut into the leg of the jean, and I used that section as the actual journal. These pants were also very flexible, and I think they were 504s, and so they had lots of give or stretch, I don't know, to them. And so when you cut the material, it almost stretched as you were cutting it, so it wouldn't always cut out exactly straight. But I didn't care. It was just for me. If it's wonky, it's all right. It's a handmade creation. So I'll try to pop in some photos, or I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But this is where I started. And then I remembered that I had ordered from Joann some Pelin material. And if you're familiar with this, it allows you to bond materials together. So I couldn't remember, what I had got and what it was actually for. So I looked it up, and I have that information so that I can share with you. So let's start with this one. This is style number 808 Pelin, and it is a craft fuse, and you can iron on the back for crisp hand and added body. So really, this one almost feels like a quilting material. It's shiny on one side, dull on the other, and it's quite thick. It makes fabric more stiff and sturdy, but still flexible, and it fuses to one side of the fabric. And you would put it, the good side down, your fabric. So if this is your fabric, this is the good side, right? And this was the inside or back side. So you would put the good side down, and then you would put this, the sticky side, which is the shiny side, on top of it. So the dull side is up, and then you would iron it on. So that is just a one-sided type of fuse. Okay. The next one I had was 805 Pelin. And this is much thinner. It's almost like paper, like a wax paper, maybe a little bit thicker than wax paper. But it also has a shiny, sticky side and then a very sleek side. And it fuses two pieces of fabric together. And so again, you would put the wrong side down. You would put the sticky or bumpy side, I don't know if you guys can see that, onto the material, iron it on, and then you would peel it off once it's ironed on, and you would then add your second piece of material, use a wet cloth over that, and iron it on, or steam it. You could do that as well. And then these two pieces would be fused together. However, what I chose to do sorry, that's so loud, was to use the heavy duty Wonder Under, and this is number 725 for Pelin. They said that this was best for heavy fabrics such as denim, canvas. It's also good for wood or cardboard, and it gives extra holding. And so I felt I probably would need that with the denim. And it has 2 times the adhesive on the paper. You can actually kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but you can see it has more adhesive. It's thicker. It's a little bit heavier than the one I just showed you. This can be washed and dried, and you're not allowed to use any, fabric softener on it, but it can be washed and dried. You can use it in the sewing machine. It would be safe for that. And, you do it the same way. The good side down, put this on top, iron it. And I'll show you that. And I have some photos of that where you put a washcloth on top, peel off the paper, add your second material, and then you are good to go. So once I discovered that the Pelin, I've discovered the material, I discovered how I want to fuse it, because why I love the denim, I also had purchased this great fabric. If you've watched my Jacqs fabric haul, I love, love, love this fabric. So I wanted to use it. I have 2 yards, for goodness sakes, and I haven't even used it in a couple years. So I wanted to use this. So this is what I fused to the other side of the denim. Okay, so here is an image of me cutting out the pocket from the jeans, as well as the 2 panels that will be the front and back of the journal. The next thing I did was cut out the Pelin to match the size of the denim panels, and adhered that to the back side of the denim and iron it on about 5 to 6 minutes. And then I removed the paper. So once you remove the paper, it is now sticky, and you attach the other panel of material to it. You put your wet cloth or damp cloth over it, and or steam that together. When you're done, you can even remove the wet cloth to just kind of dry iron it a little bit, and then your panels are adhered together. So the next thing I did was to cut some of the excess fabric off from the inside fabric that I used for the denim panels. And at first I just wanted to cut it off to match the denim, but then I kind of liked the using my pinking shears look of the zigzag, so I went ahead and did that all the way around each of the 2 panels. So in one place it'll be a little less of you can't see it that much, but it's okay. Here I then took one of the planner pages that I'm going to be using as an insert and measured out where I need to place the holes on the 2 denim panels, and then I cut them out using my big bite or big chomper, whatever it is. So next I then use the big chomper to adhere eyelets to the 3 holes that I put in each of the panels. I decided to use this type of journal where I'm going to be using, I guess, ring binders or binder rings. Yeah, binder rings. Because I would easily be able to expand the journal, and I would also be able to open up the rings anytime I wanted to add something to it or take away. I know you could do that in a binder format, but I wanted to do this in a way that I would be able to carry the journal with me wherever I went. And so having the binder rings, to me, is a little more flexible than an actual binder. So that's why I decided that. It's kind of a mirror or take on my art journals that I create with the rings. And I really like that style, so I kind of wanted to carry it over into this journal as well. So here you'll see I'm just finishing up putting in the last eyelet, and that's it. Okay, so here we have the final product for my hybrid journal / planner. I am loving it. Just loving it. So I used the Paper Studio LOL throughout. And here I just added one of the little ladies, and I laminated her so she would stay intact. I added a Tim Holtz pin here, and it actually says Secrets, which I think is so cute. I added a number or a letter, which is J for me, and then this leather piece, and these 2 things I got from Hobby Lobby in one of those great hauls where they were doing the clearance and everything. But here you see the adhered pocket to the leg of the jeans. And of course I had to use the one with the Levi's tag. On the inside, we have the fused fabric. I thought about adding a pocket here, but then I decided not to. I really love the material. It's very pretty. So inside of it, I use the items. You know, I was trying to use items that I had on hand and not buy anything new. So I used the planner materials that I got from the Dollar Tree, which you probably saw me haul. And this is the fall version, if you will, of those. So I have the monthly, the weekly, and then notes. So in this one it says, be bold, be kind, be brave, be you in all that you do. And then, of course, throughout I interspersed the LOL paper. Here I kind of put this on. I was starting my monthlies, and of course, you know, you have another month on the back of this. Well, I didn't want that to show. So I added the paper here, and I put a little washi tape here. It says messy bun, getting stuff done. And then here are the monthlies. I took this little lipstick and laminated it. It actually can be a bookmarker that way, even though I do have this Girl Boss one here. But I also like the way that it dangles. So, and I just found, of course, my small numbers in my journal stuff, or I would have used those, but I hand wrote all the numbers out for all the calendars because, you know what, it was just quicker. I did the numbering. I went and did washi on all the pages. I did some stickers for the months, the days, and then just to decorate it a little bit, I put stickers throughout. I really liked how this turned out. So on the monthlies, I decided that I would keep track of my kind of social media activity just to make sure that maybe I'm posting YouTube twice a week or once a week, whatever I decide. I haven't figured all that out yet. But that's what I'm going to use this for, to keep track of social media activity, kind of the business side of what I'm doing. And I'm going to probably do all that in code. So it'll be like YT and then, you know, or P for Pinterest or Instagram. I actually opened an Instagram account that will be I'll be showcasing that soon. I haven't uploaded anything to it yet. So I'm trying to do some new and different things. But I just loved incorporating these lovely little ladies and some of the sayings from the LOL collection and washi throughout. I kind of did them by theme. Oh, because I had... So I had purchased this from Hobby Lobby, the LOL, and it's the seasonal foil sticker pack. So that's what I used. I got it when it was 50% off, and it actually goes one for each month. So each month had a theme, and I just used what was in there, which was awesome, by the way. I would recommend this one highly. So the other stickers I got from the Goodwill, which was actually a Target product. From their dollar spot, these months and days stickers. So this is how it all came out. Isn't she cute? So that's how I'm going to use the monthly ones. Since I didn't use them before, I do want to start being more cognizant of how I'm posting, where I'm posting, what I'm doing. So that will be kind of the business section. In the weeklies, again, this is more of the LOL paper, and I added some washi down here. So this is the weeklies. Here I took one of the LOL pictures. This was a cut apart in the 12 by 12 pack. I laminated it and then added some stickers on the outside of it. I like that little layering effect on the back side. I added washi here, and then I cut out some individual ones and added those throughout and put a little washi tape right here after laminating it. This is going to be my bookmark. If you notice, I made it big enough so that it sticks out. So for my weeklies, I can just get that. For the monthly, I will have this little girl boss one or my lipstick one, which actually sticks out further and is easier to flip to. Isn't that cute? Just so adorable. So in here, I plan to keep track of things that I've done, not things that I haven't done. That might be listed somewhere else, but here will be things that I've accomplished. What I've noticed is, you continue to be more inspired by what you accomplish than what you don't. And so seeing that list of things that you're not getting done is not helping. So seeing a list of things that you accomplish is helpful. It keeps you going, even if it's something little. It's just something little that you do every day to get something done. That's inspirational. So I went through all of these. I did stickers on each page. I wanted to pre-populate some stickers to keep me engaged. So if I'm going through the weeklies and let's say something happens, maybe I go out with my friends, whatever, what I've then decided to do, in the back I have a pocket that I created. I'll show you in a minute. But I will use like little cards and I will write, more information if this isn't enough, and I will washi tape that in. So this is where it becomes a hybrid. I'm not only planning and seeing what I'm doing, but now I am journaling within it. And I will washi this in of what I've accomplished that day. Say something over here happened, I will take this and I will write on the back of it, and I can washi that in. I could actually, if I don't fill up the whole thing, do a couple days on here. When I get to a point where I have photos and more of a story, I'm going to come back here and add one of these just a note pages or a blank page that I have, or other decorative paper. Insert that and then put my pictures down and journal on that. And I'm going to insert it within the week that it applies to. I think this is going to become so chunky and luscious. I'm going to love it. Then it has the planner aspect. It'll have my journaling aspect all together in one spot. I will no longer have to go to 2 different locations, or will have stopped journaling because I'm trying to do things. This will be all in one. And if I don't write anything down, I can certainly just cover it up. There are so many different ways that you can use this. I'm looking forward to it. So that's how I plan to use this, as a planner, as getting things done. Look at the little Vespa. And journaling my memories. I love the whole concept of just, here's like one of the journaling cards. Right on the back, put a photo on the back. Do it up here. Put your washi tape there. Or I could even just clip it right in here, or double-sided it. This one I could actually clip in here. Put 2 holes and add it in as a page. That's kind of the thing I want to do. I want interactivity in each week, and I think this will accomplish that. Here's the back side of the year. And here into notes. I did add from the Dollar Tree that I picked up this Let's Do This, the errands, chores, appointments. I don't really do appointments, but I thought this might be useful when I have things that I need to do, or brain dumping. I do believe in that, even though I don't always practice it. Just getting down what needs to be done. And then that way, if I come back later on and mark it off, that's great. But otherwise, I'm going to capture it in here that I've done it. And I know, like even just changing the furnace, that's important to know, because then I can go back and say, when did I change that? So I know when I need to get a new filter, right? So I'm going to kind of use this for that kind of thing. And then here's just the note pages for when I actually need to journal, or just come up with ideas that I've thought of on the fly. I want to put that in there. I'll use these pages. On the back, I created this little pocket. This was one of the cut-apart cards. She is my absolute favorite, only because I think our hair are the same in some capacity. And then I inserted these. This is washi that I also got from the Dollar Tree that matches the fall whole planner set there. And then these little stickers. I don't know how much I'll use these, but they'll be fun to have and insert there. And then on the back side here, I created a 2-sided pocket. This was a cut apart on a card, and I cut the pencils out and stuck them in here and glued them in. I think that's so adorable. And so this houses my, if you ever heard of a, what do they call this? A pencil pad, or a writing card. So sometimes when you have, things in your planner that get bumpy, you might need something. So if I'm going to write on this day, I put that underneath it, and then I can write on it, and the colors won't fade through. Like take this ink and push it here, or if it's bumpy here or something, I think you guys understand what those are. But it, helps give you a flat surface to write on. So in case I need that, I created this with 2 pieces of the 12 by 12. I did this like it's just a wall with this one little picture hanging. I think it's cute. So that I stick back there. And then I left some loose pieces like for journaling. If I need them, or photos, I'll have them right away. And then there's the back side of that. Now I did stitch around the jean, but I did not stitch the 2 together. If I find that their fusing is coming apart, then I'll go back and sew it all around. But I really like that it's on the jeans. So that was a very long story for this one little project. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had so much fun creating this. I came up with this like at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I did it for a couple hours, and then the next day I did it. So I've been working on this for a couple days, but I absolutely love it. I'm really excited to start using it in the new year. I hope it works out the way that I envision. It's always one thing to envision, but to put it into practice is another. So we'll see. I'm just looking forward to it. And I hope this gives you some inspiration. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you next time.